Yeah, you gotta choose.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Popping the Popcorn. I'm your host Katie. I know it's been a while, and I have my good friend Stan Solo. How you doing, Stan?
I am amazing, but you already knew that, Katie.
Right. Uh, so today we're doing something a little different. Stan and I, just like every year, last year was on his channel, the year before it was on my channel, this year it's back on my channel. So we do this thing where we go over the Christmas Hallmark movies. It's just a fun thing that we like to do. And so I hope you guys enjoy this. Are you ready, Stan?
Yeah, absolutely. I've been kind of looking at some. There wasn't much trailers this year for the Hallmark movies. There was a lot of reading involved to find out what they're all about this year.
Yeah, I saw that. There's also this one because I've been on TikTok a lot. I actually do book reviews over on TikTok, and over there, one of the Christmas movies, we'll talk about that here in a little bit. One of the movies, one of the authors on there, her book got turned into one of the Hallmark Christmas movies, which will be in November, which I thought was kind of cool as well.
Yeah. Oh, that is cool. It's kind of
Mhm.
it's kind of I'm not sure. Are we late this year, or are the Hallmark Christmas movies early this year? Because there's already been 3 of them out as of this recording.
Um, I think it's early this year because don't they normally do it in like November?
I think so. I don't remember them starting before Halloween ever, which is kind of
I thought
earlier
they always
than.
started on like Halloween night and then went all the way to Christmas.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you don't blame them because the Christmas movies and the holiday movies really bump up their numbers for the Hallmark Channel. So you don't blame them for wanting to get them out, as early as they can. I mean, heck, they were showing new Christmas movies in July this year for their
Hmm.
Christmas in July, as it were, for
Right?
for their trying to get their viewership up.
Right? Yeah, I just found that like a little weird that they were pushing it out, and I was like, it's already out. That because you said something to me, and I started seeing your Facebook post, and I was like, huh, that's a little interesting.
Yeah, yeah. I try to on my Facebook page, I try to kind of show a little after the show airs, a little bit about what it's about, where it was filmed, and
Hmm.
we kind of give our rating on it. Um,
Hmm.
and I always start off all gung ho, and I'm gonna do every single movie this year. And then after about 6 or 7 of them, I start getting I don't feel like posting it on Facebook anymore. But
Right.
this year, I'm gonna try to post them all. Every one that I watch, I'm gonna try to post it about a little bit of
Right. And a
what
lot
they're
of them
about
are,
and that.
and I was gonna say a lot of them are filmed where you live too.
Yeah, they do film quite a few movies here. I'm in Winnipeg in Canada. And what's great about Winnipeg is it's an older. I mean, I guess every city's an older city, but we still have a lot of older like Tyndall buildings and all that, and a lot of this cobblestone areas and stuff. So it doesn't take much to transform our city into make it look like New York or to make it look like Chicago, to make it look like Colorado, uh, and they do a lot of filming here, and plus they get great tax breaks, and the Canadian dollar is so good right now that they film
Hmm.
quite a bit here. But you would think they would film them in the winter, but no, they're filming them in April, May, June, July, and it's green and hot here, so there's no snow,
Right.
so they gotta use their snow machines to make fake snow, when they do film them here.
Right. Yeah, I find it interesting that they film them and all. A lot of people don't realize that they film them starting in like March all the way into like the summer months, and they have to pretend like it's cold.
Yeah, yeah, and you see them sometimes you'll see them, they'll be wearing their parkas and their toques and their mitts, and in the background, you see a couple kids walking by in shorts. Yes,
Hmm.
I've seen that happen in these movies, but they are getting better at being aware of stuff like that, I find that, like, as the Hallmark Channel is starting to make some good money on these movies, and they're reinvesting it into, like, people always say, "Well, there's only one storyline." But they aren't one storyline anymore. They're all sorts of
Hmm.
new stories, and new movies that they're coming out with. It used to always be was the small town girl went to the big city, or the big city girl went to the small town and met a guy
Hmm.
who either she loved Christmas or he loved Christmas and the other one didn't, and they didn't get along at first. And it's been the same
Hmm.
storyline for so many of these movies. But now that there's like a spy movie, there's a going to Ireland movie, there's uh, there's I don't know, there's all sorts of different storylines now. It's not the same old that like it used to be,
Right.
which I
Yeah,
kind of
I
miss.
agree.
I kind of miss that. I kind of I was looking through this year's movies. And I think there's only two that are kind of like that, where a girl goes back to her old hometown, and meets a guy. Uh,
Hmm.
I'm really looking forward to those two because they're kind of the old style that we're used to hearing and watching, that we fell in love with these movies.
Right. I agree with you.
Yeah. Did you get a chance to watch any of the three that were out already?
I watched the first one. I watched the what was it called? It had Robert Buckley in it. The
'Twas the Day Before
um
Christmas?
'Tis the Date Before Christmas. I watched that one.
Yeah, that one was the best of the 3 so far. The other 2 were kinda snoozers, I'd have to say.
And I didn't realize that Tis the Night Before Christmas was actually based on a true story.
The
So I
Night
found
Before
that
Christmas
interesting.
or The Date Before
Tis
Christmas?
the Date Before Christmas.
Yeah,
Night
it said
Before
that
Christmas.
at the beginning of the movie. Is that
Yeah.
do you believe that? I don't know.
Hey, it could be. You know
I
what I'm
I guess
saying?
so.
I but I
So
thought that was kind of cool though.
yeah, so the storyline with that one is that, their family always have the Christmas Olympics, and, she wanted to bring a date to the Christmas Olympics with her family. So she went online and kind of just found a random guy, and that was basically their blind date, was him coming to her
Mhm.
parents' house for the Christmas Olympics, and pretending to be her her boyfriend, or actually they never really said that they'd be boyfriend. She just kind of said I was bringing a date, but the mom assumed they were boyfriend and girlfriend, and
Mhm.
and then there was a whole side story about, of course, her sister's business is going to have to move out of the building, and his company is one that's
Mhm.
moving them, and it's going to destroy their business. And yeah, but
Yeah,
it
I
was a
thought
good
it
one.
was cute. I thought it
Yeah,
was cute.
yeah, I like that one a lot. Yeah.
And I thought the house that they had was really nice too.
Hmm. Hmm. Um, One thing I always notice about these Hallmark movies is everybody has clear lights. They have clear
Mhm.
Christmas lights, unless it's an older person's home. Then they have the
Mhm.
multicolor lights. You ever notice that?
Right. Yeah,
Uh,
I've noticed that.
Yeah, like if they're at grandparents, at their grandparents or at their parents' house, their tree will have colored lights. Next time you watch a Hallmark Christmas movie, check that out. If there's colored lights, where is the location? I can guarantee you it's going to be at somebody's older's home
Right.
than the clear lights. The young people have clear lights on the Hallmark movies.
Mhm. So the second movie that came out was Holiday Crashers. That one looked like a Jewish movie or something, or had some
No,
like Jewish theme in it or something.
Well, I guess there was a touch of it. It was about these 2 girls that they decided they're gonna have some fun this holiday. They work at a their job is making invitations, and the company that they work for, they always make a couple extra invitations in case something gets damaged or lost, whatever, they have some spares ready to go. So they were taking these spare invitations and going to these parties. So one of the parties they go to was a Hanukkah party or bar mitzvah or something like that. So that's where the Jewish part came in, but it really wasn't part of the whole story. It was just like a little bit of the story. Great premise. It sounds like a lot of fun. Holiday crashers. These 2 girls are going to all these different
Gotcha.
parties, and then they, of course, they meet a guy at one of these parties, and then they go to another party, and the guy's there again, and it's and of course, the 2 girls end up meeting 2 guys. It just went kind of slow. It was better than Scouting for Christmas, which was the third one that came out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I
Uh,
usually like that was one of the Maori sisters in that one.
yes, yeah, yeah. It was okay. It was probably the second best of the 3 so far. So
Mm-hmm.
the Scouting for Christmas was just, I don't know, that one was just kind of bad all around. I wouldn't even waste my time on it.
Right.
Yeah.
What is another one you're looking forward to?
So the next one I'm really looking forward to actually comes out October 26th, and it's called The Christmas Charade. It's almost like a spy movie.
Oh,
Which
that's kind of cool.
Yeah, I don't recall him ever doing a spy movie before. So she basically goes as an undercover FBI agent, and she's there's like a thief that's planning to steal the Saint Nicholas ruby. Of course, they have to put the Christmas twist in it with the Saint Nicholas ruby.
Mm-hmm.
So they're trying to set up this sting operation to catch the thief. Uh, it looks interesting. I'm really looking forward to that one.
That one sounds really interesting. I can't wait for that one.
Yeah, yeah. I think that one will be a lot of fun. Then A Carol for Two, which comes out November 1st, which is okay. Finally, we're into the holiday season because it's like the day after Halloween.
Right?
There's going to be how many movies between then? I don't know, quite a
Right.
few
Is
in
that the
between.
one with Jordan Fisher? I'm looking forward to that one.
A Carol for Two.
I don't know. Is he in that one? I think. Let me look.
Jordan Litz is in it.
I know Jordan Fisher's in one of them.
Okay. A Carol for Two is a girl who moves to New York to make her way on Broadway. She wants to make her way on Broadway, and she gets a job at this diner, which is very famous, where I guess, Broadway people go hoping to get her big break somehow. This one was actually
Well,
filmed in Winnipeg, in
that's
my home city.
awesome.
Yeah, so that's
Did you go
another
get
reason
to
why
be
I'm
an
looking forward
extra?
to it. What's that?
I said, did you go get to be an extra on that?
No, I've never done that, but actually, one of the women I work with, she's been an extra on quite a few movies. There's one
Oh, that's
coming up.
awesome.
It's not a Hallmark movie, but there's one coming up where she was an extra. She got paid extra as an extra because she got to ride a bicycle. So I guess she got danger pay or something. I don't know. But yeah, she was riding a bicycle and she actually made the trailer in
Oh,
in
that's
that
awesome.
in that movie. I can't remember. She told me the name of the movie. Um,
Okay, so the one that I'm talking about with Jordan Fisher is with Katie Finley. Is the 5-year Christmas party? That one.
okay, is that the one that's set in Colorado?
Yes.
I'm trying to find that.
Yes, I think so. Let me look. Um,
When is it coming out? Do you have
the
that?
27th, October 27th.
Oh, okay. So it's up. Yeah. Oh, yeah. The 5-year Christmas party. Um,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so this is the one that the entire movie goes over a period of 5 years, where these couple, or this guy and this girl, they work together at a Christmas catering company every year, and they get to see each other just during this short period of time every year over a period of 5 years. And over those 5 years, they start to get feelings for each other, and the fifth year turns out to be the final year that they're going to be doing this. So they
Hmm.
kind of have to make a decision to make if they're going to, you know, and they always want to get together, but the timing isn't right for one reason or another over the period of 5 years. So we'll see what happens a fifth year if they get together or not. Spoiler alert: chances are they will.
Right. That sounds like the movie 500 Days of Summer. Have you seen that one? It kind of
Yes,
sounds like
yes,
that.
yeah, 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 very much like that.
What's another one you're looking forward to?
I guess so. The next one is the Holiday Mismatch. Comes out November 3rd, and Caroline Rhea is going to be in this one. She's actually going to
Oh,
be
that
in
looks good.
yeah, she's going to actually be in two of the Christmas movies this year. Um, so this one is about two parents kind of get their adult kids together somehow on this dating app, and
Hmm.
then they kind of, I think, start. I think it's the idea is that they end up becoming attached to each other as well as the kids, so they sort of,
Hmm.
you know what I mean?
That sounds really good.
Yeah, it sounds like it might be kind of funny with Caroline Ray in it. You know, it's gonna be a funnier one.
Hmm. The one that I was talking about was Believe in Christmas. This one also was the book I was talking about. That one looks really good, and then it comes out on the same day is the Holiday Touchdown with the Kansas
The Kansas
City
City
Chiefs. That
Chiefs.
also looks good.
Yeah, it's interesting that they're doing like a partnership with the NFL in one of these. I guess they're
Hmm.
trying to get the sports fans, like the guys that watch the Monday Night Footballs, involved in watching these.
Right.
And the other thing too, I guess we should mention, is every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday on the Hallmark Channel on cable is when these movies are going to be coming out. The new ones will be coming out, um, except for
Mhm.
in the last 2 days of November, November 29th, November 30th, and the first day of December, December 1st. They're actually going to have two each day,
Yep.
so they need two back to back on those 3 days. So there's over 30 new movies coming for the Hallmark Channel this year, which I don't understand. I don't know what's going on, but in Canada, there's 41 new ones coming out. I got my laminated sheet
Oh wow.
ready to keep. That's my TV guide. I
Right.
keep beside my couch. But we have 41 on the Canadian channel. So
That's
the Canadian
crazy.
channel isn't a Hallmark channel. It's called the W Network, but they show Hallmark movies, but they also show other stuff as well. So I'm thinking maybe they're not all Hallmark movies. They're going to be other Christmas movies, because
Oh,
you
you
guys
know
have.
what it could be? That other it could be the other channel, the home family channel or something that Candace Cameron Bure went to instead of Hallmark. It could be that.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. But the funny thing is it has like Hallmark Christmas to Countdown on all their letterhead and everything that they, and
Hmm.
on the website and everything. It says Hallmark Christmas to Countdown, but yet they got these movies that aren't Hallmark movies included in that mix,
That's
which I thought
interesting.
was interesting. So
That
in
is
Canada,
very
it's going to be every Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday is a new movie coming out for,
right.
for
I
the
guess I
entire
guess you're
season.
gonna be watching a lot of movies, Dan.
Yeah, yeah, it's going to be a busy season. 4 movies a week. Someone's got to do it.
Right. I also see that they're bringing back an Irish movie this year too, which is good. I like when they bring back the Irish movies because
Yeah,
they have another one that's going to be
'Tis the Season to Be Irish,
filmed in
coming out
Ireland
November
because they at
10th.
least do. Hmm.
Um,
I like it when they do movies that are in other countries.
they're doing one in Iceland as well
Hmm.
this year. Now, I do hope that the one that's going to be in Iceland, I hope they filmed during the season when the Northern Lights were there,
Oh yeah,
and they get some great Northern Light shots. Is what I'm hoping to have for that one, because
that would
that'd be
be
kind of cool.
beautiful.
Yeah, yeah.
Did you get a chance to see the um I know some places got to see the Northern Lights. Did you get to see it this year? Speaking of the Northern Lights, did you get to see them?
No, no, it was too cloudy. The days that it was. I have seen them, like where I grew up. During the
Mhm.
winter, I would see them, every clear night. So I've seen them plenty of times in my lifetime. So it's not something I get overly excited about, but it is cool to see. It is cool to
Right.
see though. Yeah.
Right. Well, I know we're passing through, also talking about astronomy for a minute. We're passing through a comet. Have you seen the comet yet?
No, no, I haven't. I'm in the city. There's too much light pollution here. I'd have to
I've
go
seen a
out
lot.
of the city.
I see a lot of people taking pictures of the comet, and it looks so beautiful.
Yeah, yeah. It would be cool to see.
Um,
Um,
I also looking forward. I always like the princess movies that they do every year, and this one's called Private Princess Christmas. That looks interesting too.
yeah, so this is a different type of princess movie, where this time the princess comes to the States. So the princess is going to be in Colorado, and she goes through a tough boot camp because I guess her dad or somebody, her uncle, I don't know, somebody wants her to toughen up. So they send her through this boot camp in Colorado. And if she doesn't complete it, she risks losing her throne to her uncle somehow. I'm not sure if the uncle becomes the princess now or what happens.
He
Uh,
becomes
but
the prince.
yeah, but that one
It
does
looked
look
kind of
interesting.
cute. It looked kind of cute and interesting.
Hmm.
And then I wish they would always because like the last one is the happy holidays. I wish they would always like put a new one out on Christmas
Yeah, yes,
because the last one's on the 21st of December.
yeah. Which is, I guess, that's the last Sunday before Christmas. Is
Right.
their reasoning?
Yeah.
Um,
But I always wish that they would put it on like Halloween on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day too, like a new one, you know?
it would make sense. I get maybe they figure people are too busy those days. Like
Eh,
I don't know really what the rationale is. I know a lot of people they stream them. They can't stream them until was it the next day or a couple days later.
mhm. Right.
Uh, so maybe that's the reasoning. Um,
Yeah, I don't know. Hallmark, if you're listening next year, just play anyone on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. You know?
yeah. Another one too that looks really interesting. If you're a '90s child, or if the '90s are your, you know,
Yeah.
when you grew up, there's one that's going to be set in the '90s. Where
Yeah,
it's a
that one looks
modern,
interesting too.
yeah, it's called the '90s Christmas, and that one comes out November 29th, and it's a workaholic lawyer who somehow gets sent back in time to 1999. Um, it'd be interesting to see because it's 1999 and it's supposed to be Christmas. If you remember going back to 1999 Christmas, a lot of people were concerned about New Year's Day coming and the 2000 and the clock flipping over and all the computers
Mhm.
shutting down. It'd be interesting if that comes up in that one because it's supposed to be Christmas time 1999. Uh,
Right.
and she'll be like, "No, nothing's going to happen," and then people are going to be like, "Well, how do you know? You don't know." It'd be interesting to see
Mhm.
if they bring that up.
I was
But
in middle
again,
school when the Y2K happened, so that will be interesting.
yeah, yeah. So it's going to be set in 1999, and she goes back in time. So that one seems very interesting. And then again on the same day, that's one of those ones that are in the late November, where
Mhm.
they have one where the girl goes to the small town. She goes back to her hometown to renovate a Christmas charity home for her brother and his
Mhm.
contractor. So she's going to meet a guy there, probably the contractor or something like that. So, and that's kind
Probably.
of your traditional storyline, which I'm looking forward to seeing that one.
Mhm. And then I'm also looking forward to the Three Wiser Men and a Boy because they did the Three Wise Men and the Baby like last year or 2 years ago. So I'm looking forward to the sequel to that one.
Yeah, when they have kids on these shows, it's more often than not it's a miss. So hopefully the boy's a good actor.
Right.
That's
But
my only
I like
concern with that
those.
one.
The reason why I say that is because I like those like lead three guy actors because he's in a lot and they're always in a lot of Hallmark movies.
Paul Campbell, Tyler Haynes, and Andrew Walker are the three
Yeah.
guys that are going to be in that one. Um, Yeah, it's like I said, if they don't cast a good kid for the boy, could be a problem. I think that was part of the problem I had with the one that came out this past Sunday, the Scouting for Christmas. The girl was
Hmm.
just, and she wasn't an annoying. Sometimes they hire them and they're like super annoying kids. She wasn't an annoying kid. She was just kind of, I don't know. Like I take kids on a case by case basis, whether
Right.
whether I like them or not.
And then I'm also looking forward to the trivia one, trivia at Saint Nick. That looks interesting too.
Yeah, that one seems really good. Now, is that the one where they? No, that's not the one. There's two trivia ones. Um, I think is this the one where they get the sports guy that helps them out? Somebody has to
Yeah.
they have a trivia team, and one of the team members has to go away, so they need another body. So they get this
Yes, I think
guy.
so.
Yeah, and of course the girl is like, I don't want to get this guy, but they go, well, he's good at sports trivia, which is something our team lacks in. He'd be a
Hmm.
good asset for us to have, and so she reluctantly brings him in, and he turns out he's great at the sports trivia and helps their team. Um, yeah,
Hmm.
I think that one would be really good too. I actually put a couple stars beside that one in my on my list as well.
Yeah, it looks really good. And then Jingle Bell Run, that looks good too.
Yeah, so that's kind of like another almost a trivia type thing, but they do trivia, I think, and physical challenges.
Hmm.
And it's the kind of the same type of idea, only this time it's a hockey player instead of a football player that's playing the jock role.
Right. Hmm. They
So
both
whenever
look
you have
interesting.
hockey in there, that's good.
Hold on one second. Somebody's calling me. Hold on one second.
Okay.
Sorry about that. That was work. Somebody counted the money over, and he miscounted something.
That's what I figured it was. Seems to always be work that calls only.
Yeah, yeah. So he's like, why is this tray $46 over? And I was like, I didn't have any transactions today, so I don't know.
A tip.
You know, because we all have one tray, so it's like weird at work.
Yeah,
So all right, I'm sorry about that.
that's okay.
It was just taking longer because I had to call my boss, and then I had to call him. You know what I'm saying? So it was just
Yeah.
taking me a little longer. All right. So where were we?
Well, pick another one there. We'll chat about it.
Confessions of a Christmas letter. That one looks interesting too.
Yeah. So after years of losing her community's Christmas letter competition, I don't know what type of they have community Christmas letter competitions at this town. uh, a struggling novelist, anyways, tries to depict her family in the best possible light. I got a bad feeling about this one. I'm thinking this one might not be that great. What
Right.
do you,
It could
what do
be
you think?
sad. It could go the opposite direction than what Hallmark movies are. It could go sad.
Yeah, I find often when they don't write too much and there's very little posted on their website about it or anything like that, there's usually a reason why they don't. Like the Hallmark isn't being excited to get this one out there.
Right.
Yeah.
Also to have into holiday, that looks cute too.
I haven't really. Oh yeah. So that's the one with the pastor. He's the father of a daughter, and she meets this guy, and she puts them through some like holiday boot camp to
Mm-hmm.
see if he's worthy for his daughter. Basically, is kind of what what the
Yeah,
premise
that
is in
seems
that one.
interesting. And
Yeah.
then
So that one.
also
Go ahead.
that one looks interesting. And then I was gonna say Debbie's she's also a an Debbie, however you say her name, the one that joyful Mrs. Kringle, she also writes books as well, and that looks interesting too.
Which one are you referring to?
It's called
Is that the Miss
so it's
Miracle's
by
Christmas?
Debbie McCombers,
Oh yeah,
and
yeah.
it's joyful Mrs. Kringle. She also is an author too.
Yeah. So that one's the second one that stars Caroline Ray, and that one actually comes out on my birthday, so I'll be checking that one out most likely. Uh, it does look interesting. Um, that one's about a family's faces loneliness and the loss of their faith. And Mrs. Miracle, which I believe is being played by Caroline Ray, swoops in to renew their Christmas spirit. So it's going to be a lot. I'm hoping it's some good special effects and whatnot in this one. Hallmark movies aren't really known for their special effects, but every once in a while they make one with cool effects and whatnot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree with you.
Mm-hmm.
But there's so many different ones that I want to like looks interesting this year.
The one that looks interesting comes out December 7th is Sugar Plumbed.
Yeah, that
Um,
one looks good too.
yeah, so Emily, who wishes for a picture perfect Christmas, and the character on a movie screen steps off the screen to help her. So
Mm-hmm.
that one could be interesting too. Just the premise of that is something kind of different that we haven't seen before. They did one last year, kind of like that, where she went into the movie, which was
Mm-hmm.
a really cool one. And then every once in a while, she was kind of flipping back and forth in and out of this movie. This is a little bit different, where the guy in the movie is coming out to see her. So we'll see what that one's like. That's on December 7th. Sugar
And then,
Plumbed.
yeah, that looks cute. And then also, what's this other one that I was gonna? Operation Nutcracker. That looks interesting.
Yeah, that one comes out pretty quick, doesn't it? Isn't that one like this week? Yeah,
Yeah,
October
that one
25th.
comes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so there's a family nutcracker that's going up for auction, and it goes missing. So, so it's I guess it's like a mystery or who done it type
Mm-hmm.
of thing. I'm not sure
Yeah.
what the yeah. So they're
And then
basically
they
trying to
also
track down
have
this.
another Hanukkah one, Hanukkah on the Rocks. So that's good that they've been doing like a little bit one Hanukkah like movie each year too.
Yeah, there's a couple of them actually. The one that comes out the week before that is well, it's a Jewish girl that wants to go to experience Christmas, but holiday Hanukkah on the Rocks. That was another one that was actually filmed in Winnipeg. That's going to be here, and it's going to be set in Chicago. Like I was saying, how Winnipeg is great for you can make Winnipeg dress it up easily to make it look like either in
Mm-hmm.
New York or Chicago or any big cities like that. I'm looking forward to that one again. Basically,
Mm-hmm.
mainly because it's set or filmed in Winnipeg, but it's about this woman who loses her big corporate law job just before Hanukkah, and so she gets a job in a bar called Max, and tries to help her grandmother with the Hanukkah preparations at the same time, all while keeping her big lifestyle change a secret. So it'd be
Mm-hmm.
interesting to see that one for sure.
Yeah, a lot of these look interesting. Any
Yeah.
from last year people should watch, do you think? Any from last year that you can think of?
Oh, you know what? I didn't really do much research. I can't remember the titles, but there was I think my favorite one last year was the one that was set in the 50s with the Rockettes.
Oh yeah, that one was good.
Yeah, that was my favorite one last year. The other one too I'm looking forward to this year comes out December 8th was Leia's Perfect Gift. And
Oh,
this
I
is the one I
didn't
was
see that
talking
one yet.
yeah, so this is the one I was talking about where she's Jewish but all her life wanted to experience Christmas. So she meets a
Mhm.
guy who has Christmas with his family, and she's so excited to go have Christmas with his family. But when she gets
Mhm.
there, the mom isn't excited to see her at all. In fact, she's kind of not happy to see her,
Mhm.
and it doesn't turn out the way she expects. So it could be an interesting one in that regard. And all these awkward moments start to pile up throughout the whole holiday season. And so it's not the
That sounds
cozy
good
Christmas she
too.
expected. Yeah.
And then what else sounds good to me? Santa Tell Me, that looks interesting too. That comes out on 11/9. That sounds interesting too.
Oh yeah, Santa Tell Me. That's the one where she gets she finds an old letter from when she was a girl from Santa Claus, and I guess Santa wrote her saying that the love of her life she will meet on Christmas Eve, and his name will be Nick. Well, it
Mhm.
turns out she meets Nick, but not one Nick. She meets two Nicks on Christmas Eve, so she has to kind of determine which one of these is her love of her life. Uh,
Mhm.
so I think that should be a fun one too.
I agree with you. There's a
Yeah.
whole bunch of fun ones that are coming out this year.
Yeah, they really changed away from just doing the same old plot, that we kind
Mhm.
of got used to over the years. Like they're trying to come up
The
with new
Santa
and interesting things.
Classic sounds good too.
I'm sorry, which one?
The Santa Classic or Class Santa Class. Wow, Classic
The Santa Class.
Class. Yeah.
That one comes out December 14th.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, so that's is that the one where they meet at there's a Santa class that the woman's holding to teach these mall Santas, and they meet a
Yep.
Santa that doesn't have his memory. So they're trying to jog his memory uh, as he's going through this
Mhm.
program to learn how to be Santa. Uh, do you think he's going to be the real Santa? Is that what it's going to end up
Mhm.
happening in this one?
I think so.
I think so too. I think they're going to find out that he's the real Santa. Uh,
Mhm.
didn't need to take the class.
Yep. I agree with you. There's just so many on here. And you guys could go to the website also and you can get the calendar or print it out if you want to, and it will give you the list of all the movies and the synopsis and the trailers.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
if you're like
too.
me, you can laminate it, and so it doesn't get. You can spill your coffee on it, and it's okay. You can clean it up later.
Right?
You
Um,
gotta be
but there's
prepared.
just so many different ones. I'm excited. Christmas on a Call, that looks interesting too.
Yep, yep.
There's just so many different ones that look like pretty good. Um, and they're just fun movies to watch every year with the family and everything too.
Hmm. The other one too. It's the second last one of the year. December 15th, Following Yonder Star. And that's going to be more of
Mhm.
the traditional one where she goes back to her old Vermont, the resort.
Mhm.
She retreats to a Vermont resort. So it's one of those big city girls going to the small town type of things. Where a booking mishap leads her in a charming B&B instead of the resort that she had planned to go to. And there's always
Mhm.
a mishap, you know. Uh, so I think that might be a fun one and a kind of like a throwback to the traditional storyline.
I agree with you.
Yeah,
That looks good too. Is there
yeah.
any other ones that look good to you?
You know what? I think we almost went through the entire the
Yeah, we
entire
did.
list just about.
We
Um,
did.
yeah, the I thought there was one. Which one is my favorite actress of the Christmas movies? Uh, Lacey. Oh yeah, we talked about
Lacey
it. Yeah, the
Chabert.
Christmas Quest.
Mhm.
Lacey Chabert is the star in that one, and I always look
Yeah, that
forward
looks
to
good too.
the one that she's in.
Mhm. That looks good too.
Yeah, that's
All
the one
right,
that's
guys.
filmed in Iceland this year.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, yeah.
That would be good. And then also, if you guys want to watch any of the Christmas movies, if you don't have cable, you can also download a Hallmark Plus, and you can get a 7 days trial, and you can watch all those Christmas movies and years past Christmas movies and all the Hallmark's TV series and movies and stuff like that. And I think it's like $7. And this is just like recorded, so this is like it's
2024 prices. Yeah.
yeah, it's 2024. So I don't know if it will change next year or anything like that. But that's something you guys could also do. Stan, do you have anything that you want to promote? I know you have the solo show, and I know you have the Grand Circle tour. Do you want to tell everybody about it?
Yeah, so Grand Circle Tour is a audio only podcast that we do. It's a weekly podcast, and it's pretty much everything Disney. We talk, movies, we talk parks, we talk um, cruise line, all sorts of stuff. It's a celebration of all Disney parks, but mostly the American ones on that one. And then the solo show, we started off doing only Disney. We kind of branched off now where we're doing not only Disney but all sorts of different uh, pop culture items. And we do a live show every Monday at 9 a.m. Sorry, 9 p.m. Eastern on YouTube. We do a solo show live, and it's a lot of fun. I do that with my friend Patrick, and we just kind of show clips of upcoming movies and TV shows and interesting things that happened that week. The other thing too, just really quick, Hallmark's having a reality TV show this year too, Christmas
Oh,
series, where they're going to be the winner of this show. It's going to be like I guess like all those other reality shows where you get the winner type of thing. Like you got what's the you pick any reality show and each week someone gets voted off. But the winner in this one actually gets to be a star in a Hallmark movie next year, or maybe
oh,
even this
nice.
year.
That's really
Yeah,
cool.
yeah, or it might even be this year. And then the Canadian W channel is having a contest where each week they put a word up on the screen, and you go
Hmm.
and you enter, and the prize is you get to go on the set for filming next year of a Hallmark movie.
Oh,
That's
that's
going to be
cool.
filmed
Stan,
somewhere in
you
Canada.
need to sign up.
Yeah, so every week I look for the code word and I enter it every week. So well, so far there's been one this week. It was last week's, but fingers crossed that I win that, because that'd be awesome to win that, to get a trip out to, if they're filming in say Niagara Falls or something like that. It'd be really neat.
Mhm.
to go that and be all expenses paid. So wish me
Oh
luck.
yeah, good luck. And
Mhm.
also this year they're also going to, I forget what town it is, but they're making it like all a Hallmark like holiday town, and all the stars from all the Christmas movies are going to be there and stuff as
Mhm.
well.
Yeah, they did a cruise too last year, I believe, where they had
They
all
did.
the a lot of the
Hmm.
stars on the cruise ship. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was
So
tempted. I was tempted to get a ticket for that cruise.
that would be fun.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
right, guys. Look for more videos. I'll be coming back here soon. Stan's my first person back, and I hope everybody has a great holiday season and be safe out there. And remember to always be nice to everybody. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Stan, for coming. I
Thank
appreciate
you for
it.
having me. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. You know you're welcome anytime. All right, guys. I'm signing off. Love you guys. Bye.